No, that's a good segue actually into the next question, which is like why you started a YouTube channel. Because
Mm.
I know on YouTube channel you've got a lot of educational material.
Hmm.
You know, you're teaching constantly. Is that partly the reason why?
It's two things. When I graduated, I just needed more feedback from people because it was such a short amount of or small amount of classes that I had, and I emailed people out, just cold emails, and everybody responded and everybody helped, and that to me was always super weird. Not, I don't, I was expecting emails saying, "Listen, I'm busy," F off, like go home, but they all replied and they all helped, and they don't have to, they didn't have to, so that is one thing where, well, now I'm in a position to help if I can. I'm where I am because of those people. So why should I now hoard my knowledge and not say anything? I don't know. Like, to me, it's just, that's one. I just want to pay forward, as they say.
Mhm.
And for the channel, it was also kind of evolution from my blog in a way. Like when students were sick, um, it's always a pain to kind of recap what you did, because sometimes you have classes where you talk about so much stuff. So I started the blog where I could write down lectures or post some things, and I always point towards those posts. And then after a while, as the interest landscape shifts, everybody's on YouTube, myself included. I learned from how-to things on YouTube, and then I thought, let me just put everything I have, all those critiques that I have from my workshops, let me just put them on YouTube, because no one was really on the blog that I created. I always thought I'm going to post a critique and there will be discussions of animators watching the critiques and helping each other. None of that happened. It was just like a dead blog somewhere. So I have about 1,000 critiques from like 10, 12 years ago. So I thought, all right, let's just do this. Let me just put everything on YouTube. And as I was doing that, it's also an excuse to buy tech, like cameras and things. I'm also a nerd. Like, I like tech stuff. And then I realized this is actually a lot of fun. And then why not do more? Why do lectures? So that instead of spending 3 hours in a class talking about blocking, and then no one has time to get the critiques, I can just do a series about blocking. And then when the students go to my class, I can say, watch this. And then we talk about your shots, and I can talk more about it. But this is your homework. Watch this. If that's the way they learn, some people learn writing or whatever. But it was kind of an archive thing. And then that bloomed into, well, let me just do more and have fun with it. Also because it is, I can do whatever I want to do with it. There's no schedule. It's a self-imposed schedule. And then as I added more, as I always like to say when someone asks me, it's the Thursday acting analysis clips that, weirdly enough, no one watches, but to me are the most important things on my channel. It's just such a weird thing. But it has helped me so much in terms of analyzing shots and for shot ideas. And if I had to scale back and not do anything for the channel, I would still do those Thursday clips.
Yeah.
Because every time I watch something, I take notes. I just can't. I cannot not take notes. I mean, if I don't write things down, I will remember some moments, and I'll get back to it and rewatch it and take some notes. So why not just put those notes on the channel? And then it's almost like an extra groove in your brain that you carve into. I'm watching it, I realize it. I'm writing it down. That's another groove with the knife. And then I record it, talk about it, and post it. That's another thing. So to me, it just cements that knowledge, I guess. So it's very selfish. Basically, that's the answer. It's very selfish. But yeah, it's kind of like an archive teaching, and then for myself, an educational thing that I like doing.
That's really cool that it's like, for you, it's like a note-taking thing. It's like sort of engraving that knowledge.
It's so good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did hear something about someone saying like the best way to learn like something, like really learn something, is to teach it.
To teach. Yeah.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
Yes, absolutely. Because the thing is, it's one thing to do things over and over and over. Like, yeah, I know what to do. But can you explain this in a sentence or two? Like, it really forces you to reanalyze it so it's not this jumbled mess. Yeah. There's a book that I read. I can't remember the name. It was an Amazon. It was a Kindle book about animation. It's a guy. I'm forgetting everything, but he said in the foreword that he wants to write like 16 more books or something. And I don't know if he ever did, but it was like an intro to animation book, and nothing in the book was new to me, but it was the first time it was written down in an organized fashion, where like every page I went, oh, that's right. It was not like something new. Like, yeah, that's exactly what it should be. And it was really cool to see that laid out clearly. I need to find that.
Actually, yeah, that's like that's very interesting. Like the structure of it,
Yeah.
the structure of it matters a lot because yeah, when I was first learning Maya, you just search YouTube like you know certain tutorials, right? But it's
Hmm.
just like all over the place. You're actually not sure what to learn first, and
Right.
then to have all that compiled in one place, it's like that's like in order as well. That's
Hmm.
perfect.
Hmm.
Yeah. But yeah, are you like so like you also want your YouTube channel to do well, right? So in some ways you have to like play the YouTube algorithm thing.
Yes.
So are you, like I wanted to
Like and
ask
subscribe.
whether yeah
If you guys are
click the
watching, make
bell.
sure you
Yeah.
subscribe to Jean-Denis because
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
don't bother
Smash that
subscribing to
like
us if you
button.
aren't
Yeah.
subscribed to him because
Yeah.
that's where
Oh
all the
no, no.
goodies are.
You
Subscribe
get
to us too.
allergic though. You get allergic to some of those sentences, like smash that like button and
Yeah.
like and subscribe and
Yeah, but like, are there certain videos that you make, like your more successful videos? Are those also like the ones you'd like to make the most, or is it ones that just kind of, I guess, does the numbers? Like, are your most basically what I'm trying to say? It's like, what's your most successful videos? Are those also the favorite ones you like to make?
no.
Yeah.
Mainly because the most viewed ones seem to be rig reviews,
Mm-hmm.
where I like them. I like going through rigs, but if I had to choose, I would do the acting analysis for
Yeah.
animes. Like I really enjoy doing those. It's just
Mm-hmm.
because of everything that comes with it. But in terms of viewing, it's usually the rig reviews, which you need to get back to. But also, actually, I also really like doing the animation analysis clips because it's
Mm-hmm.
also like again a self education, going through it and seeing what's happening there, and kind of helps me teaching myself in a way. And those do pretty well. It depends what companies. So it's like Pixar does really well in terms of viewership, Disney a bit lower, and then blah blah blah. Like other companies, it's kind of like that's kind of the ladder there. I think animation analysis and rigs do really well.
Okay.
But
And
then
do you?
sometimes I post a critique
Yeah.
that gets a couple thousand views. They're
Yeah.
mostly hovering around a couple hundreds. It's like that's just material there for people to learn if they want.
Mm-hmm.
And every now and then, one of those clips goes and has a lot of views, which whatever that means, right? Like views doesn't mean engagement or retention or did people
Yeah.
learn anything from it. It might just be a thumbnail they like that they clicked on it. Who knows? I don't know.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think if I had to, yeah, if I had to really look at the numbers, it's not like that. The higher numbers doesn't mean these are I
Yeah.
like those. I mean, it's not like I'm suffering
Yeah. Yeah.
doing any of those clips. I like doing them all, otherwise I wouldn't do it. But it is an interesting thing that rigs just do really well. Like the Tom and
Yeah.
Jerry, the Tom rig,
Yeah.
and the Spider-Verse rig. Yeah, those have a lot of views. So
Yeah, I feel like the Spider-Verse rig
That's
would definitely.
yeah.
Yeah. I
Yeah,
see
to
everybody
me,
with the Spider-Verse rig.
yeah, it's like if you watch any like
Yeah.
animation TikTokers, anything where they put in the Hulk,
Yeah.
anything Avengers or Disney gets so many views.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, it depends what property, but they're all Disney. Like I'm not going to animate anything using Disney characters. So that's a spoiler. I'm not going to do that.
Yeah.
I can't really. So yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, that's so interesting that because to me the real value is the acting analysis video.
Yeah.
Like, that would be where I would gravitate towards. 'Cause, if I wanted to learn a rig, I'd just crack the rig open and just play with it myself. But
Yeah.
but
Yeah, I
that-
guess
that
it's
is very
the good thing
interesting.
is for the rigs that are paid. I think if you don't want to pay for one,
That's true.
that's why I also
Yeah,
like
that's so
doing
true.
those. You get an overview before you pay something.
Mhm.
But yes, if it's a free rig, might as well just download it. But still, I don't know. It seems to help. Actually, the animation minutes, I like doing a lot too. Is it's short, and I try to post a lot of job positions. And some people have commented like they got a job because they saw that listing on that Monday and then tracked it down and stuff. I think that's neat too. But I try to limit those. Sometimes I get feedback about, hey, why don't you do this and this with this clip? These are great ideas, but they would extend the amount of work needed to make that happen. And I try to do a lot with templates and just shrinking things down. I don't want to. It's not my full-time job. I don't want to spend too much time with those clips. That's why I think my tutorials, especially demos, are way behind. in terms of, I get a lot of comments about, hey, why don't you just show blocking, polish demos, and I do want to do all of these. And I've done stuff at home that I've now recorded, but they take so much time. And to me, YouTube is not the priority. It's always going to be family and work and then teaching. So whatever is extra time, that's what I put into those extra things. So so yeah. Sorry for all those that request all those things. They're all there. They're coming. I have lists of priorities.
Yeah, he's got a life, guys. No, but it's super awesome that you actually take the time out to give so much value to all these new animators.
Up until someone watches this and they're like, that jerk, unsubscribe.
They're like, this is all for a selfish pursuit of him. Like,
oh, absolutely. I want to get that Riddisport sponsorship. That's all I'm doing. The channel is purely for that. No, actually, what's also crazy is the product reviews.
Yeah.
That just blows my mind.
Okay. Yeah.
Because I have so many art books that I look at them and then I have time to go back. And again, those reviews kind of force me to open them up again, go through them. Now I have separate piles, which you can't see, but it's like, oh, that's actually really cool. Let me go through that again. So now I have like reread piles everywhere of books. And that has also kind of evolved into companies contacting me and saying, hey, do you want to review this? Like this camera that can technically track me.
Oh, wow.
That's so cool.
It's
that's awesome.
super helpful during teaching, stuff like that. And I just got last week. This is super segue, but it's an Italian watch company that emailed me. So strange. They said, hey, we feel like your channel is a good fit. And I had to write back, like, in what way? Like, I don't understand. But then I thought, why not? Maybe as I'm doing my product reviews, it's a top-down view, and you always see my wrist. Do you want me to feature? And they said yes. I don't know. Also, I'm Swiss. I like watches. It's very cliche, of course. But yeah, I don't know. You'll see it in the future. I'll do a review. They gave me a watch, or I ordered a watch, and I have a code and everything. I'm going to be really sponsored by an Italian watch company. It's super strange.
It's
but
like,
anyway,
get your shots in time. Then
yeah, right. That's what someone else said. It's all about timing.
It's all about timing.
I'm Swiss.
Oh
I can make this work.
Yeah.
You're just working your way up to the sports. So.
They're actually really nice watches. That's why I thought, I want to do this. I really like those watches.
No, that's awesome.
So strange.
Yeah.
So I guess a big part of your viewership is like new animators and people trying to get in industry.
Mm-hmm.
Like what tips would you have for like someone like your younger self? If you had to go back in time and talk to your younger self.
I would say it's a tricky one. I mean, I always tell my students, don't worry too much about your reel, as in, because I know they have to worry because the classes are expensive, right? Time is money. You can't just kind of do stuff. But I would tell myself, just do shots for like an hour or a couple hours or over the weekend and just let them be. Just go through and practice and learn through repetition, I think. There's a lot of stuff you get in schools is all valid and true, but you never have the time for repetition. And I noticed something when I was doing homework and then when I got to work, that because there's only so much you can do at work that's new. There's always a variation of it, but kind of always kind of same thing, creature going and punching and flying and it's all awesome. But after a while you realize, oh wait, there's a pattern to this. And I can do this quickly because I've done it 1,000 times. And now I'm layering the new thing on top. You always have to do something new and something creative. But that initial blocking is always going to be fast because you've done this so many times. And I think that's what's missing. Well, that's what I would tell myself as a student. Just try different things. Do a couple bouncing balls. Like I did one bouncing ball at school. So that was the homework. You do one pendulum, you do one flour sack, you do one sit down, and that's it. And I would say, no, do 5-10 jumps, do 5-10 weight lifts, do a couple cycles, do a couple walks, and really get that into. So it's like freeing yourself from the body mechanics restraints in a way. And then you can only focus on the idea and the creativity behind it. And I think that to me was just the biggest change at work. So if there's something, it would be that.
Wow. No, it's like, do you have anything? Yeah. Do you have anything like you would recommend in terms of like when you're practicing, like you said, for repetition? Would you tell people to, um, I guess, let's say, would you advise them to maybe work on a short shot, or would you tell
Yes.
them, yeah, short shot and
Yes.
not polish it, or like or polish it to the
I guess
point?
both.
Yeah.
Definitely short. That's why I was interrupting you, because it's
Yeah.
short, 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 short. So you don't have to worry about anything. Don't do, which I say this and I can't do it either. Like I do something at home and it ends up being almost a minute long, but couple seconds, something like 3 seconds,
Yeah.
short. And then yes, both, where you do it quickly, blocking, but also do something short and polish, so you learn the just the polish aspect of it. Because the thing is, sometimes you get a shot, and because you, or at least for me back in the day, when you got a turnover, and you never done something like this, it was scary to start, and sometimes you almost don't start. It's like, I don't know how to even do this. And now I'm not. This is going to be sound super arrogant, but I'm not concerned about the technical aspect when I get a turnover. It's like, I know how to animate this. Is it going to be good and funny or serious? I don't know. That's where the difficulty is. But at least I'm not concerned, because I've done it a couple times. We have great tools. Also, we have great people at work. We have dailies. Like there's so much support. You're never going to be alone making the shot work. So I think that if you can somewhat take that and make it into the student land area, if that makes sense, I think that would be a huge help. I remember doing a shot at home. I was teaching a class where we were testing rigs, and it was for a friend of mine who was doing a short with pigeons. I had never animated pigeons, and it was for the class. It was, let's do a takeoff and a landing with the pigeon as a rig stress test. And they were really into it. They wanted to do their own thing and not be told just do that. And so I took the rig and over the weekend animated it just to show them, hey, you could do something with it and maybe do a lip sync, and it could be funny or interesting. It doesn't have to be just an exercise and a boring, homework exercise. But I sat down and I had never animated the pigeon before, and it freaked me out. Like I had to look at like whatever you can find. That was bolts, and I think it was during the time of Monsters U where the trailer had one pigeon. There were a couple of movies out with pigeons, so I looked at all that footage, and I still didn't know how to do it, because you frame through and they had that locked head thing.
Yeah.
And at the end, I said, I just gotta let me just do something. And I started blocking it out, and then had an IK head, and at the end, I kind of got through. Like, oh, that was kind of fun. But now, if I had to do a pigeon, I would be less scared. It's still kind of complicated to do, but at least I can say I've done. Let me just do the same thing again, and hopefully do it differently at the end to make it new. But yeah, just again a long answer. But anything that you can do where you can practice many different things, so you are just more confident. You don't worry about, can I do this? You have to worry about, can I make it funny? Can I make it sad? Can I make it scary? Whatever it is.
Mm-hmm.
That would be my super long answer to your question.
No, that's a great answer. Yeah.
Super valuable.
Yeah. Because I think a lot of students actually like, even when they ask us, they have like really long shots.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes it's like we tell them to cut it down because it's too much.
Yeah.
It's like, and then they start to get into like fight choreography, and it's just like that's a whole different thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, and yeah, we like sometimes it's hard to convince some of them to tone it down, but I guess also that ambition is sort of sort of nice as well. It's like,
yeah, for sure, it's all understandable. Like they want, they see all the cool shots. Like, I want to do that too. It's like, no, do a bouncing ball. No, I don't want to do bouncing ball.
Yeah. So like, what's
80 frames max?
Yeah. So yeah, like what's next? What are your plans in the near future?
Eat less chocolate. It's the whole lockdown sizing.
Bulking
plans
phase,
in the future. Well, it's hard to say.
Yeah.
I have some. Let's put it. I have a couple plans, and hopefully, I can actually announce some of them. One in particular, soonish. Hopefully, I'm waiting for something. And then I have other plans. They're all outside work. They're not work related. It's obviously work. I can talk about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how much I can say. There's one thing I've been working on fall last year. I guess during lockdown, when lockdown first happened. Was I did a site a long time ago. It was called Animation Buffet, where I wanted to have a collection of things, animation things, which has now evolved into just a collection of rigs. But I always kind of like the idea of having one centralized site that has everything. And during lockdown, I went back to that idea and talked to a couple developers and paid them. Like, this is a whole thing that I paid for and it's ready. And I need to review it so they can finish it, because I have like tech support for a year that's starting to run out. But I'm just busy and I couldn't get back to it. But it's basically a project of, it's almost like a Gumroad for animation in a way, where you'll be able to choose from rigs and scripts and tools and all kinds of things, where it's almost like a full pipeline of things. So because every time I do something at home, I still have to hunt for things online. And it's never, I wish there was just one site. Because they have a lot of really cool sites, but they also offer non-animation related things, like models and all kind of stuff and scripts and all kind of stuff. But if I want to be an animator and just focus on what's important for animation, I wish there was a site that had just that. And that's what I have. I've developed it and I need to add more content and stuff like that. But it's sadly neglected. And I hope I will launch it. I wanted to launch it last October for Halloween. And then it was a delay. And then I hoped that it was going to be Christmas. And then it wasn't quite ready. And then it was ready during Christmas break. But I had family over and I was super busy. So I never got to it. And then Space Jam was ending and I was busy with working on the show.
Yeah.
And then time just, slips through your fingers. So I feel really bad about it, especially since I put money into it. But that's something I definitely want to continue. And then more stuff on the channel. Like when I was animating at home, I recorded the whole thing. So like my open, just record everything. So like the happy accidents and mistakes and crashes and everything. And I want to take that footage and cut it up and do I think I announced it on the channel, like master classes. That's a pretentious word, but like some class, course, whatever, where I can talk about idea creation and thought process, and here's blocking and here's polish, all the things that people have asked for in the comments. I have the material ready, but again, it's just a matter of time. Yeah. And the thing I would like to announce soon, which I can't talk about at all, is going to take away time from all of that. So if that thing works out, I won't have time for anything. It's a lot of open doors, and one might shut all of them. Yeah. I don't know. It's hard to say, but yeah, I'm waiting for something, and I wish I could talk about it now, but
yeah,
I can't.
No, that's really exciting.
Like and subscribe, and then you'll see.
It's so good though that you have so many, like, I guess, doors.
I'm not.
So it's really exciting. Yeah.
For my own selfish reasons, I hope you get that website, the update with everything.
It would be so cool. But then every time I go back into it, it's also really scary, just in terms of the amount of time that's going to take to maintain. Because it's going to be products sold, and then you have to deal with returns and also taxes, international, currencies, and shopping cart problems, tech problems, people uploading things they're not supposed to. Because I want it to be also curated, but then open it up for everybody. Anybody can create an account. It's basically a store where anybody can create an account and sell their animation products. But then if it's not curated, you can get all kinds of weird stuff on there.
Yeah.
And do I have the time to pay attention to all of this? Yeah. So it's like, it sounded so simple when I wanted to do it. And then the more you learn about it, the more you realize, oh, no wonder no one else has done it, because it's so much work.
Yeah.
I don't know. So again, this is in limbo, but I really want to do it. Every time I talk about it, I feel like, oh, this is so cool. I want to do it. And I talk to so many people too that are ready. And I'm sure they're going, what an idiot. This was like 6 months ago and he still hasn't done anything. I'm sure I burned a bunch of bridges just by doing that. But I'll get to it. I'll do it in shame.
Too many things happening for you. But yeah, like, I guess, the last part we wanted to sort of ask you about, well, we actually go through a speed round with everybody. And we asked you like a quick 8 questions, and and you just answer them to the best of your ability, and we'll judge you accordingly.
I see.
Yeah. So coffee, black or with cream?
I don't drink coffee.
Oh, do you drink tea?
Tea?
No.
Oh,
I like tea. I don't drink it.
Yeah.
I like it, but I don't like coffee. I like to smell it. I like the smell of it. My wife drinks a ton of coffee.
Did you used to drink coffee or?
No.
Oh, never. Oh, wow. Texting or talking?
How quick is this? Quick round.
It's just one or the other.
I guess texting, just because that's what I'm doing. Yeah, I don't call people.
Yeah.
I feel like nowadays it's almost too intrusive. Who is this that dares to have an actual real-time conversation? I feel like everything is text now. Yeah, texting.
That is true.
Yeah. When my friends call me, I'm like, dude, if it's not important, just message me.
Yeah. Sometimes you get FaceTime calls from people.
Yeah. Oh, those are
I'm
real.
not gonna show my face. How dare you?
Yeah. All right. Xbox, PS4, or Switch?
Switch.
Music or podcast?
I always feel like I need to explain this. It seems to be like, Switch, how dare you? That's it. Live with it.
Yeah. Music or podcasts?
Music.
Maya or Blender?
Maya.
Work from home or work from studio?
From home.
If you were stuck on a desert island and you had to choose a companion for the rest of your life, would you choose Yoda or Luke?
Oh, I was going my wife, my kids. That's a hard. And then you go, what? Yoda or Luke?
Yeah.
Damn. Yoda.
Oh, okay.
Oh, nice.
You
He's
can
gonna
teach me
boss you
things.
around, man.
Yeah.
Well, it depends. How old? Which Luke? Grumpy cave Luke?
That is true. Yeah.
Eager farm Luke.
Boss you around.
I think eager farm Luke.
That'd be kind of fun though. I still take Yoda.
Really, I'll take
Yeah.
Okay, and the last one, really easy one. What TV show are you currently watching and would recommend people?
Mayor of Easttown.
Dude, that show's so good.
And Gravity Falls.
Oh, yeah, nice.
It's like my little one is 9, and
Yeah.
we're watching Gravity Falls right now in the evening.
Yeah.
I'm on vacation. He's on vacation, so
Yeah.
around 6ish or so we start watching that, and it's such a good show. Because I watched it a long time ago. He was way too young, and it kind of scared him. So we waited, just kept waiting, and now everything is ready. And I guess whenever I tell someone I watched the show, they're like, "Why didn't you watch this earlier?" And it's true. Like it's just such a good show. I love the characters. It's so funny. And Mayor of Easttown, for some reason, makes me laugh more than it should. It's kind of like this very bleak murder mystery type of thing. But man, some of those scenes and performances are so good. It doesn't make me laugh. They're so good.
The mom, Kate Winslet's
The
mom.
mom is so
she's
great.
hilarious.
Oh,
She's great. Yeah.
yeah.
And she's
It's the
like,
last
I gotta catch up
episode
on this.
Yeah.
Sunday this week.
oh, is it the last episode?
Yeah.
Oh wow. Yeah. So basically, Kate Winslet has a Philadelphia, like she has a certain accent, and it's so good. I forget that she's like from the UK.
Yeah, there was a SNL thing about you murder my dirt or something, making fun of like as a foreigner, like I don't know what kind of accent that is. To me, she's awesome always.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's great. Also, actually, keep answering your question. The Terror. It's an older
The
AMC
Terror,
show that we finally started, which I like a lot too. The
Yeah,
cast is really great.
I watched season 1 because everybody said season 1's the one to watch, not season 2.
Oh,
But yeah, it's great because it's an anthology, so it's it's kind of like True Detective, where everybody is like, it's season 2, man.
I still haven't seen season 3 of that one. Season 1 was so good though.
So good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What about Chernobyl? You guys watch Chernobyl?
No, I
I've
heard
seen
good things.
Chernobyl as well. Yeah,
How
it's
dare
great.
you. It's one of my favorite shows. It's so good. It's just so good.
Cool.
What's his name? Richard? Oh, Harry. What's his name? Harris? Every time I forget. He's in The Terror as well.
Oh,
And
the
Sherlock Holmes.
captain. I can't remember.
Was it Harris? and The Crown as well.
Oh yeah, I haven't seen The Crown. Everybody says
sorry.
that's good too.
I'm Googling.
There's so many
Crown is
shows.
great.
So many shows these days.
Man, you guys are so busy. That's why you guys don't have time.
The cast.
yeah, watching all these shows.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's
I
part
need
of
to
our
watch
job.
the.
Jared
Sorry.
Harris.
Oh, Jared.
That's the actor. He's so good. Such a great voice.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like I need to clarify. So the Switch.
It's okay. You don't need to defend your answers.
Bad.
Nah, seriously. Like, thanks so much for hopping on with us again. Like,
It's a lot of fun. Thank you.
Yeah, it's been great, like stealing some knowledge from you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like we're learning just from
Yeah.
No,
I'm
I'm
everybody.
very happy to steer people in the wrong direction. Just
Yeah.
do this. Do that. That's competition for me. Do this.
Don't animate.
Don't animate. A lot of pops. Pops are underrated. Don't clean up your curves. Actually,
Don't
in one of the
animate the
Q&As,
chest.
we talked about don't animate the chest. We thought about doing an April Fool's clip where one of my lecture would be, this is like a super clickbaity, 5 must-have tips to get into Pixar or something like that, and then it's all about add pops, have no arcs, like the worst, the worst. But the thing is, I'm sure someone on YouTube will watch this and go, "What an ass!" Like, downvote, cancels, unsubscribe, report. Like, they would not understand that it would be a joke. So it was fun to think about it, but I don't think I can do it. It's too risky.
I think in that, like in these days, you probably have to like put a big disclaimer in the first few seconds. If
That's
you are
the thing. Yeah, it would have to be at the beginning, not even the end, because people are not going to watch the end either.
Yeah.
It'd be so silly. This is a joke, and then
It's too late.
Yeah.
Stupid.
Yeah.
But thank you again. Sorry, I'm just rambling. I feel like I've taken all your time away with silly things. But yeah, thank you. It's a lot of fun.
Yeah. Thanks again.
Thank
you. And if you ever I guess because like we were talking to Harvey as well, and we would love to collaborate with him on like some things like in the future. So it'd be great like if we can I guess like collaborate on some stuff with you as well.
For sure.
Yeah.
Do one with Harvey too. He's such a nice guy.
Yeah,
he did an interview
awesome.
a while back, before he changed. Such a nice guy. So yeah,
Such a good dude.
Yeah.
We should talk about Switch, Xbox, PlayStation 4 just for an hour.
Yeah,
I think,
exactly.
What did he choose? I think did he choose a Switch? Somebody chose a Switch. I don't remember who.
No.
No,
I think he chose PS4 if I remember correctly.
Oh right, yep.
Yeah. But
Switch is
we
because
judged
I
his
can
answers
play
too.
with my kid. I have to defend myself.
Yeah.
I don't own anything Xbox related. I had the Xbox Classic, like 50 years ago. But I was always kind of Nintendo and PlayStation. I didn't really have a Sega. I had a Genesis for a little bit, so it was kind of Nintendo. And then PlayStation 1. I didn't have 2, but I had 3 and 4. I didn't have 2. That's right. Didn't they say like 2 was one of the best ones?
Yeah, 2 was pretty good.
Yeah,
You're just skipping every other generation.
yeah, all the good stuff.
Yeah. It's like me. I download every shitty Maya. I always get the wrong version. Like it would be like
just like Windows as well. The wrong version of Windows.
What is your favorite Windows?
Oh,
I think it's got to be 7, I think, for me.
that
was when it would all change.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For me, it's always XP.
Oh, XP was good. Yeah.
XP was
XP was
good.
good. Yeah.
What was the worst?
8.
Oh, it's got to be 8. I think.
Vista.
Yeah.
That's the one.
Vista. Right.
Vista. Yeah.
That's the one that nobody talks about.
That's the one I had the longest. Oh god, it was terrible.
That was brutal. Absolutely brutal. Sorry, Microsoft. Sorry, but not sorry.
Yeah, that was a
Holy
mistake.
moly. But the XP, you could throw anything at it. 7 got better. I feel like Windows 10 is back to like XP territory. I do all kinds of stuff. Nothing happens. Super stable. The only thing that still happens, despite me telling it no, it just reboots.
Yeah, actually. Oh, I thought it was just me.
Randomly reboots.
No, you can say don't update, don't upgrade anything, and you can tell the time, and then I come by the next day and it's rebooted. And I can tell because all my Chrome stuff is rebooted and it's there. It all looks the same. My Wacom like menu window is back up, and that's always the sign that there's a reboot. Microsoft.
And they try to do the sneaky reboot. Yeah.
That's why people still use XP. Sometimes I go on like trains or trams or whatever, and they have like the you tap your like little scanning card thing to pay.
Yeah.
And then I can see sometimes they screw up and it's XP in the background, like Windows XP. I'm like, wow, there's still an XP.
Smart. They know what's good.
Yeah.
That's true.
Well, thank you. I feel like anybody that's still watching is going, really, guys? Really?
Yeah.
XP? Really?
Sure.
like this. And,
There's wisdom that comes
well-
with experience.
like and subscribe, and watch the channel and the community tab. I don't know anyone's watching that, but
Yeah.
for the announcement. By the way, I actually didn't want to announce anything. It was just going to be a status update on my Twitter bio or something, but mystery. I'm saying all this just because I want to put ideas out into the universe, so that I'm waiting for someone to make a decision, and I hope that person somehow through this thing got some energy vibes and is making a choice. That's
for
it.
you.
For me.
Yeah.
Telling
That's
you.
it. That's great.
The
Yeah.
universe
It's like when
works
you
in
wait for
mysterious
someone
ways.
and they
Yeah.
don't show up, then you go to the bathroom and then they ring the door. It's like,
Yeah.
I'm trying to do that. I'm trying to do something so that someone makes a choice.
Good strategy. You can also flip a coin.
It's tough.
When you
Yeah.
decide to do the other thing, that's when the choice will be made.
Yeah.
But watch Chernobyl.
Oh yeah, I need to do that.
It's really good.
Yeah. Cool.
All
All
right.
right. Cool. Well, yeah, we'll catch you later. Thanks for watching or listening to our content. If you like what you saw, feel free to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Thanks again. Peace.